What is up, everybody? My name is Sean Roselt, and welcome to day 45 of vibe coding on a Steam Deck until we get $1 million. So, today is an interesting day because Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5 is now officially released out in the public. So, before we jump into that, let's start and make a list for things we plan to do today. So, day 45.md. We are definitely gonna have a look at Claude. Hey, Kimmy! What a nice name! What do you mean, what a nice name? Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5. How are you so quick, Kimmy? I'll have a look. Okay, then I think we'll just continue on Genepedia, most likely. Continue GitHub integration. Okay, and I think that's mostly the plan. We are starting the stream quite late, so I don't know how much will actually get done. How are you doing, Kimmy? Your name? Ah, I see. You got a nice name. Okay, continue GitHub integration. Maybe we'll look at the QR code generator or the invoice generator, but I wouldn't put my hopes on it. Or actually, QR code generator, improve public facing website. Okay, I think we'll do that. I was on YouTube already, you popped up. Ah, I see. Well, thank you for clicking. Okay, I think we should jump in and immediately look at Claude Fable 5. Now, my name is Horrid. And Claude Mythos 5. So, I was not expecting a Mythos 5 release. I was expecting a Fable 5 release. So, let's have a look. This like literally just came out. Hello, Ian! Okay, today we are launching Claude Fable 5, a Mythos Class 1 model that we've made safe for general use. Okay, so Fable 5 is sort of like a dumbed down Mythos, I'm guessing, or something like that. Fable 5's capabilities exceed those of any model we've ever made generally available. It is a state-of-the-art on nearly all tested benchmarks of AI capability. Okay, sounds interesting. Showing exceptional performance in software engineering, knowledge work, vision, scientific research, and many other areas. The longer and more complex the task, the larger Fable 5's lead over our other models. Oh wow, okay. So the longer a task would take, and the more complex the task, the even more better Fable 5 is over previous models. So in theory, if you give us something advanced like replicate Minecraft 1-to-1, don't stop until it has like feature parity with Minecraft, then Fable 5 will like tremendously be better than previous models. That's kind of what I'm reading through this. You should maybe do those countdown things that streamers do to wait for people to join in before continuing. I should probably. The thing is, I don't know how. Let's have a look. So when I go to my live streaming thingy, right? My dashboard. I did actually look for that at some point, but I couldn't see or find it. Maybe if I go to manage. Let me have a look quickly. I do actually want to do that, Ian. I'm having a look right now. Oh, I can. Here I see. Schedule stream. So I can schedule a stream. Exactly like you said. Now, most people leave at the countdown. I've noticed it's better without. Okay. Especially considering that I stream every day and I stream roughly at the same time. So it might not also be necessary, because people would kind of be expecting it to be around this time. Give or take 2 hours, since I'm not always on time. Alrighty, let's continue reading here. Releasing a model this capable comes with risk. Without safeguards, Fable 5's capabilities in areas like cybersecurity could be misused to cause serious damage. We've therefore launched the model with safeguards that mean queries on subtopics will instead receive a response from our next most capable model, CLAUDE 4.8. Okay, so what this means is that if you ask the AI to DDoS someone, it's rather gonna either stop you from doing that or pass it over to Opus 4.8, which is a worse model for things like that. I'll make you one if you want. Wait, what did I miss? I'll make you one if you want one. But yes, schedule is good. Yeah, but you don't have to count down from 10 minutes or 20 minutes or so. Maybe like 3 or 5 minutes to wait because this is progress that extends over multiple streams and early joiners might want. A 5-minute schedule might make sense because if they join, they'll see, oh, it's like about to start just now. So I do see the benefit in that, but I do also see where Kimi says that if you schedule a stream for like in a few hours, people are definitely gonna leave. Like if I join a scheduled stream, I'm not gonna sit in that scheduled stream waiting for 5 hours. As an example, I'm definitely gonna leave it. A starting screen with a timer. Oh, that makes sense. So you actually start the stream already, but you are like doing a countdown instead of actually starting it. And then when the countdown ends, and then you start talking and whatever. That makes sense actually. I could see that being useful. But then on that note, if people rewatch the video afterwards, it's gonna have the countdown. But I think YouTube's built-in editor might be able to remove that as well, if I'm not mistaken. We can quickly test it just to make sure. But I like that idea, Kimi, with the timer. Let's take yesterday's live stream, right? And I give myself a like. And then we go to edit video. I want to see if I can edit out that first countdown. Editor. Trim and cut. Okay, so we might be able to do that. So then in theory, I could like say new cut and cut out that timer in the beginning. So I could cut out like the first 10 minutes or whatever. Okay, I like that. This might work. Give me. I might do that. But like I said, people leave at a countdown. But if it's like a short countdown, I thought you said that they leave at a schedule. But yes, schedule is good. Oh, I see. I read that completely wrong. For me, I think I would rather leave at the schedule and stay at the countdown because at the countdown I can see when it's starting. But yeah, I don't know. Could be wrong though. Let's leave that. Let me just check out my stream first on my phone. Just to make sure. Yes, this like my entire homepage is full of videos about Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos. My entire YouTube home stream. That's crazy. Everyone's making videos on it right now. I'd say make it 1 minute or less. Yeah, you can cut it out. With maybe a funny intro, not just a countdown. Okay, the live stream seems good. Okay, let's continue reading here. To release the model both safely and quickly, we've tuned these safeguards conservatively. They'll sometimes catch harmless requests, though they trigger on average in less than 5%. Okay. With more capable models arriving in the coming months, we're working to improve our... Give me 1 second. Okay. We're working to improve our safeguards and reduce false positives as quickly as we can. For a small group of cyber defenders and infrastructure providers, we are also launching Claude Mythos 5. It's the same underlying model as Fable 5, but with the safeguards lifted in some areas. Mythos 5 will initially be deployed through Project Glasswing in collaboration with the US government as an upgrade to Claude Mythos Preview. It has the strongest cybersecurity capabilities of any model in the world. Soon we intend to expand access to Mythos 5 through a broader trusted program. Okay, okay. Yeah, I sort of agree with Ian here. If the timer is not too much, like if I were to join a stream, right, and it's just like 5 minutes, let me put up this chat. If I join a stream and it's just like maybe 5 minutes or so countdown, I think I'd be willing to stay. But if it's like a 2 hour countdown, I'm definitely not gonna stay. Okay. The capabilities of models like Fable 5 and Mythos 5 have the potential to do profound good for the world. We've seen the beginnings of this in Project Glasswing, where the models have helped cyber defenders secure critically important software. We've also seen it in life science research, where the models are positing novel hypotheses and speeding up the development of new therapeutics. What we're talking about in this 11 minutes. Hey Astro! So, Fable 5 and Mythos 5 just came out. That's what we are talking about. Which is the world's best AI right now. Sean, I'm playing guitar. Bew 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 bew. Fable 5 and Mythos 5 are being offered at $10 per million input tokens and $50 per million output tokens. Less than half the price of Claude Mythos Preview. Today's joint launch is another step towards our goal of bringing advanced AI capabilities to as many users as possible, as quickly and as safely as we can. Evaluating Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5. The table below compares the capabilities of Fable 5 and Mythos 5 to other leading models. Okay, because here we got Claude Opus 4.5 and 5.5. For agentic coding, Mythos 5 and Fable 5 is on 80%. That's nearly double that of GPT-5. So that is the case, like where if you tell it to like replicate or clone Minecraft and don't stop until it has like full feature parity, Fable 5 is going to be double as good as GPT-5 on that. That's crazy. Not exactly double, obviously, but like that's a big like increase. That's crazy. It's almost double for Gemini 3.1 Pro. Thanks, Kim. Yes, this boy deserves all the support. Freaking workaholic, this guy. Thank you, Ian. As what Astiolitis of Trudy? How have you been? I know we're related. You and Sean? Oh, me also, sort of. Ian, I am doing well. Ian, this is my sister, Kimmy. Sean, I have like a minute of delay. Sorry about that, man. Nothing I can do about that. Excellent genes, Kimmy. Excellent genes. Not just good genes. What do you mean? We have the best genes. Yeah, genetic coding, 29%. I guess I could leave the chat on. Unless, yeah, it just stops Gemini 3 from seeing that. We don't care about Gemini. Or do we? We'll do this for now. Or maybe I could just move it like so. There we go. Okay, another agentic coding benchmark. Frontier code, 30%, compared to GPT-5 on 5.7%. That's a crazy increase. Look at that. Dang. Can knowledge work? Okay, it doesn't seem that much further than these ones. Knowledge work vision. Okay, so vision is about the same as well. I'll be right back. I am back. Ah, nice, Astro. Enjoy the rest. I hope you're taking a break. Okay, spatial reasoning. Oh, apparently Opus 4.8 was terrible in spatial reasoning. What does that mean exactly? Who knows? Not much better than GPT 5.5 though. For tool use, it is also quite better than GPT 5.5. Computer use. Okay. Legal. Oh, legal. Look at that. For legal type of work, it's also seen a massive increase over GPT 5.5. Multidisciplinary reasoning. No tools with tools. Okay. Biology. There's no benchmark for GPT 5.5 on biology. Agentic coding again. Okay, about the same. Cybersecurity. Oh, wow. So GPT 5.5 sucks in cybersecurity. Health. Okay. So the biggest thing here, I would say, is the agentic coding. That's so much better. And then obviously also the cybersecurity. Those are the two big things here. But Kimi and Ian, haven't you guys met yet? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Fable 5 and Mythos 5 can work autonomously for longer than any previous Claude models. Below we discuss how these skills apply to software engineering, and cover the model's improved capabilities in knowledge work, vision, memory, and life sciences research. Kimi's not going to believe it until she sees it. It's not closely related though, Ian. It's distantly related. Ah, I'm sorry, Ian. Someday you'll meet her. Software engineering. During early testing, Stripe reported that Fable 5 compressed months of engineering into days. In a 50 million line Ruby codebase, the model performed a codebase wide migration in a day that would otherwise have taken a whole team over 2 months by hand. That's crazy. The Fable 5 was able to port a 50 million line of code base in Ruby on Rails, or just Ruby, to some other language in a day. Dang! Fable 5 is also more token efficient than past Claude models. On congestions, frontier code evaluation, which tests whether models can pass difficult coding tasks while meeting the standard of high quality production codebases, Fable 5 scores highest among frontier models. Okay, so frontier code, accuracy versus cost. Okay, so Claude Fable 5 versus Claude Opus 4, GPT-5. Sean, but with the AI rates, I can see you using this. Yes, it's going to be very expensive. And Kimi, my sister got all the good looking genes. Don't make an assumption about me when looking at her. The upside is that it will make the other ones cheaper. Oh yeah, definitely. Every new model who comes out is always very expensive. But like in a few months from now, it's going to be cheap compared to the latest whatever at that point. Kimi does not meet anyone. The master has not presented Kimi with a sock. Elon Musk Kimi. Yes, Sean, I know, but it is cool so. Yes, yes. There was also someone else I found out the other day is actually like whose family is from South Africa. Oh, Daniel Radcliffe. His family actually comes from South Africa. That I found out the other day. Um, I forgot where they came from, but they came from somewhere and then went to South Africa to become miners, and then they opened up jewelry stores, and then Dale Radcliffe's parents then went to UK, and now that's how he is in UK. But like going back, his family is actually from South Africa, which is very interesting as well. I would not have guessed that. Yeah, agentic coding. Dang, this increase over GPT 5.5 is crazy. Sure, the increase over Opus 4.8 could also be crazy, but I haven't used Opus 4.8 that much yet. So for me, I don't really know how well it is with that, but I do know how good GPT 5.5 is. And considering how much better Claude Fable is, that's just crazy. Yeah, I know he is from Blue Mastro, but he was just born here and then he moved overseas shortly after. Isn't that right? Knowledge work. Fable 5 shows strong performance on complex analytical tasks on Hebia's finance benchmark for senior level reasoning. Fable 5 has the highest score of any model, with substantial gains in document based reasoning, chart and table interpretation, and problem solving. IMC noted that Fable 5 aced their trading analysis evaluations nearly across the board, including factual lookup, conceptual reasoning, root cause analysis, and expected value analysis. Vision. Fable 5 is the new state-of-the-art model for tasks involving vision. Okay, that's good to know. So hopefully if I give it like a screenshot of a Counter-Strike 2 character and tell it to recreate that as a 3D object on a website, it should be much better in doing that compared to GPT-5. And I know GPT-5 is crap in it because I've tried it. I'm from two nations, so I got all the bad parts. Were you born in Bloom Astro? Yes, Ian. But both parents from Taiwan. Okay. It can extract precise numbers from detailed scientific figures and can perform complex vision based on... Let's try that again. It can extract precise numbers from detailed scientific figures and can perform complex vision-based tasks like rebuilding a web app source code from screenshots alone. Wow, okay. So if you give it a screenshot of a website, it'll be an incredible in terms of replicating that just from the photo. It also needs less scaffolding. For example, previous Claude models struggled to play Pokemon Fire Red, even with harnesses that gave them additional helpful tools. But Fable 5 beat Fire Red with minimal vision-only harness. Oh wow. A time-lapse of Claude playing Pokemon Fire Red from start to finish only using raw game screenshots with no maps, navigation aids, or extra game stats information. Earlier Claude models needed a complex helper harness to play Pokemon. Claude Fable 5 completed the game with vision only. Okay. So here's the game. And it's a time-lapse of Claude Fable completing the game and beating Fire Red just using vision. That's incredible. So you can use Claude Fable 5 to play games for you. But they were Bloom Air in that combo, so that made it all better. Sean, are you sure Jason didn't eat the shades? I have no idea, Astro. I looked for it again today, but again I couldn't find it. I have no idea where it is. But we do need the shades. Where's Johnny? Hit the like button. Indeed, Johnny. Where did you... Oh, there's Johnny. I see. He said the hi, waving there. Welcome, Johnny. Johnny Bravo, something like that. I don't know. I forgot like how he does it. But when I see Johnny, it reminds me of the Johnny Bravo thingy. Let me see what I mean. Johnny Bravo. Maybe this.
1, 2, 3. Baby. Sassy. Studley. Oh. Check the pecs. Man, I'm pretty.
Okay, memory and long context. Fable 5 stay focused across millions of tokens in long-running tasks and improves its output using its own nodes. When we had the model play the deck-building game Slay the Spire, giving it access to persistent file-based memory improved its performance 3 times more than, wow, for Opus 4.8. Fable also reached the game's final act 3 times more often. I was just thinking that as well, Ian. That I could be getting a copyright strike if I play that. You must retaliate by cutting down the trees. Johnny, watching YouTube vids again. Yeah, it seems like I am. Okay, so what's this? Claude Fable 5 built the simulation of the solar system, deriving the planet's orbital motion from physics, first principles, and using it to predict solar eclipses. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Claude Fable 5 built the simulation of the solar system, deriving the planet's orbital motion from physics first principles and using it to predict solar eclipses. That is crazy. Oh, it can play Factorio as well. Claude Fable 5 autonomously plays Factorio, building the factory building game beloved by engineers, strategizing and building an automated factory on its own. This model really seems good. There's too many trees to cut down, Astro. You know it's the biggest enemy to the stream right now. Oh, I see. Are we lagging hard here currently? I see OBS tells me we are lagging. It doesn't seem like we are lagging. Okay, VibeCAD. Oh, this could be useful. Okay, so Claude Fable 5 designs a complete 3D printable model in a browser-based CAD editor. The editor itself was also created by Fable 5, including the built-in AI copilot that does the modeling. Oh, wow. So, Fable built its own... Make me a desktop lighthouse, something I can keep by my computer. Wow, okay. So Fable 5 created its own CAD editor with its own copilot integration. And then Fable 5 is able to use its own CAD editor to build a 3D design. That's crazy. Dang, boy. No lag, but I am. Okay, fluid with classical EDM. Okay, a fluid simulation coded by Claude Fable 5 where the motion is synchronized to the beat of a classical music EDM remix, which Claude Fable 5 produced using code, having never heard music before. Okay. Okay. Impressive, I guess. This doesn't feel that impressive to me, but I'm guessing it is very, very impressive. That's cool. Okay. At this point, the trees are a national emergency. Drug design. Using Mythos 5, our internal... Wait, let me just... Okay. Drug design. Oh, wow. I'm really seeing cool stuff here. Drug design. Using Mythos 5, our internal protein design experts accelerated aspects of the drug design process by around 10 times. In one example, they found that Mythos 5 with protein design and bioinformatics tools but no human assistance matches or beats skilled human operators. In doing so, the model executes all of the tasks that are normally completed by a scientist. Choosing binding sites, selecting and running protein design tools, and recovering from failures along the way. 9 of the 14 protein targets from the study shown below yielded strong candidates for drug design that we're currently investigating. That's really cool. Protein complexes designed by Mythos 5. Targets include immune checkpoints, growth factor and receptor signaling, neurodegeneration, muscle disease, and harder structural targets. And this is a long article, but it's a good read. I mean, we're getting a good idea of what this model can and can't do. I wouldn't be surprised if every person out there is currently just live and talking about Fable 5. Fable 5. Let's go live. Let's see who's live. Look at here. Everyone is live talking about Fable 5 right now. Doing exactly what we are doing here, most likely. I see the trees are hoarding nuclear weapons. Okay. Novel hypothesis in molecular biology. Mythos 5 is our first model to consistently produce novel, compelling scientific hypotheses. In blinded head-to-head comparisons against Opus class models, our scientists preferred Mythos's molecular biology hypothesis. Jeez, these words combined together is so difficult for my Afrikaans accent. 80% of the time and have advanced several to experimental evaluation. In the meantime, one Mythos hypothesis, a novel mechanism for an E. coli protein, was corroborated in a study from a lab independently working on the same problem. More than half of my focus here was just to try and pronounce these words. Chem, I won't mock you on behalf of your brother, I promise. Novel research in genomics. Mythos 5 conducted novel genomics research in over a week of largely autonomous work. It assembled single-cell data for millions of cells spanning 38 animal species and designed and trained a custom machine learning model to identify cells performing the same role in even distantly related organisms. With only high-level human input, I don't care too much about this. Give me some interesting stuff here. Okay, misaligned behavior. Okay. Overall level of misaligned behaviors from our automated alignment assessment. Okay, early feedback for Claude Fable 5. Customers with early access ran their own tests on Fable 5. Below in their words is a selection of what they're seeing. Okay, Cursor. So the team at Cursor said this. Claude Fable 5 is a state-of-the-art model on Cursor Bench. It's opened up a class of long-horizon problems that were out of reach for earlier models. Okay, let me hide the chat for now. Claude Fable 5 is a real step forward for the developers GitHub serves. In our early testing, it took on complex, long-horizon coding tasks with a level of autonomy and reliability that exceeded previous benchmarks. But what excites us most is the direction it points, a future where developers can hand increasingly ambitious work to agents and trust the results across software's life cycles. Okay. Okay, Figma. These are the strongest results of any Claude model we've had the opportunity to test. Claude Fable 5 is a clear step forward on agentic coding and prototyping. iGent AI. Claude Fables 5 reasoning is a clear step beyond Opus 4.8. It works at a senior level, at senior research scientist grade, picking directions, allocating resources, killing its incorrect beliefs, and producing novel first. Okay, lovable. Claude Fable 5 understands what builders mean, not just what they type. Apps that took 100 prompts a year ago, it now one-shots. Wow, okay. When a customer really hits a wall, it's the model we reach for to get them past it quickly, so they can finish what they set out to build. That's crazy, this one sentence here. Apps that took 100 prompts a year ago, it now one-shots. Cross-buy. Claude Fable 5 feels materially different. In blind review, our lawyer found, okay, that's a lawyer thing. Okay. Just scanning these, looking for something interesting. Hex. Claude Fable 5 is the first to break 90% on our core analytics benchmark. Okay. Let me drink some water and check the chat. He's my brother and he ran into my room just not and like spammed on my keyboard with my sister. I didn't spam your keyboard, I just watched. I'm just joining in on brothers having sibling bullying, Kimmy. Have you ever fought with Shawnee Boy when you were younger? Did Sean delete sys52 on your PC? Claude Fable 5 is the strongest model we've tested on frontier physics research while using a third of the reasoning tokens. In 36 hours, it got nearly to where GPT 5.5 landed after 4 days. Oh wow. That's also quite impressive. Replit. On ViBench, our end-to-end vibe coding benchmark, Claude Fable 5 is the highest performing model we've tested, nearly saturating our base use cases and building apps in less time with fewer tokens. Okay, shortcut. Claude Fable 5 beats Opus 4.8 on our everyday spreadsheet suite at every effort level, and it does it with fewer turns, finishing runs 25 to 30% faster. Man, I want to play with this model so bad. Imagine what cool stuff we can make with this. Imagine how much like prompts you would save if you start a brand new project. Give it like a good scope of what you require. I think like Fable 5 would make the initial work on a brand new project much easier. Mythos class models have reached a threshold where they present significant risks. In April, we began Project Glasswing, releasing the first Mythos class model, Claude Mythos Preview, to only a limited group of cyber defenders and critical software infrastructure providers. When we did so, we stated that we hoped to eventually release Mythos level capabilities to all our users, so long as we had developed new safeguards that were strong enough to reliably prevent misuse. Okay. Nope, we only found each other in high school, so I think we were just not through Kimmy. You and Mom came to visit very often when you were very young. Remember, I got photos. Over the past few months, we have been improving these safeguards, and they are now robust enough for general release. Because we have prioritized safety, we've deliberately turned the safeguards to be cautious, and they are still stricter than would be ideal. For example, sometimes benign requests will trigger our classifiers. We recognize that this will be frustrating to some users, and our aim is to reduce false positives as we update and refine the safeguards after launch. Okay. Don't care too much about that. Yada yada yada. Yeah, fair enough. Doubt we'll fight if we were 4 or 5 much. Then we can remember. And no, Astro. Okay, we therefore need strong safeguards to prevent misuse, and their coverage needs to be broad. The safeguards themselves have to stand up to sustained and sophisticated attempts to bypass them, also known as jailbreaking the system. The uplift from Mythos level capabilities is valuable to many adversaries. Okay, I'm going to skip most of this. Okay, offensive cyber evaluations. So Claude Fable scores 0 on all of them, meaning that if someone tries again to like DDoS someone or does something they shouldn't be doing, then Claude Fable would not do it, essentially. Whereas the other models would tend to do whatever the person asks, like DDoS someone, as an example. Ian is not even from Loom, Astro. Results of running cyber evaluations were Fable 5 in a mode that blocks responses rather than falling back to Opus 4.8. Okay, we extensively red-teamed our classifiers to test their robustness against jailbreaks. As well as internal testing, we ran an external bug bounty that produced no universal jailbreaks in over 1,000 hours. Okay, I don't care about that. Cyber adversarial robustness eval. Okay, this just comes down to again that when you ask Claude Fable 5 to basically do some harm or break someone else's system, it would not do it, whereas these other models would tend to do it. One of our external partners found that Fable 5 safeguards against harm. Okay, don't care about this. Don't care about this. Viral capsid experimental property prediction. Sure. Okay, new data retention policy. Finally, we're making a change to the way we handle business customer data for Fable 5, Mythos 5, and future models with similar or higher capability levels. We will require a 30-day retention for all traffic on Mythos class models. Okay, so going forward, if whatever you ask the model to do, it's gonna Anthropic is gonna remember that for a whole month. I think they are doing this because if someone were to like, let's say, launch an attack on the government, right? The only way for them to know who did it, like if they like the FBI know it was done like via Claude as an example, they would go to Anthropic, and they could only know this if they had the data history. I think they are keeping this for reasons like that. Know who does what for a month. Claude Mythos 5 and the Trusted Access Program. Beginning today, all users who currently have access to Claude Mythos Preview, for example, our cybersecurity partners in Project Glasswing, will be able to upgrade to Claude Mythos 5. The same model as Claude Fable 5, but with cyber safeguards lifted. Users will find just like I keep needing to drink water. So much reading. Users will find Mythos 5 comparable to or somewhat stronger than Mythos Preview in some cases. Okay. In consultation with the US government, we plan to steadily expand access to Claude Mythos 5, continuing our periodic addition of new partners, as well as pursuing a trusted access program that allows cybersecurity organizations to apply in a more systematic manner. Our plans also include opening a trusted access program for biology to help accelerate biomedical research and discover new therapies with Mythos class capabilities. This program will provide access to Fable 5 with the biology and chemistry safeguards removed. It will enroll a small number of researchers from a variety of life science organizations, spanning fundamental and translational research. We are planning to expand access to this program while simultaneously making our safeguards better. Okay, we're finally at the end here. Availability. Claude Fable 5 is available everywhere today. Claude Mythos 5 is restricted to Glasswing partners with cyber safeguards lifted. And soon to select biology researchers, okay? We expect demand for Fable 5 to be very high and difficult to predict on the Claude API and consumption-based enterprise plans. Fable 5 is fully available from today. For subscription plans, we'd rather give access sooner than later, so we're rolling out more conservatively in stages. From today through June 22, Fable 5 is included in Pro, Max, Team, and seat-based enterprise plans at no extra cost. On June 23, we'll remove Fable 5 from those plans. Okay. Let me go have a look at the plans. So, Claude code. Pricing. Nice, Kibi. Well then, we should definitely play sometime. I am planning to play Counter-Strike Friday. Don't think I'll have time tomorrow though. True Astro, Steam is the only decent one. I don't even want free games from Epic Store. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Like, I don't even care if Epic Games offer me a free game. They can offer me like Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy as a free game, which is like R1,000 game, and I would rather buy it than claim it and play it on Epic. I'm so confused. So they are saying that all of these plans will have Claude Fable, but it's being removed on 23. Using it after that will require usage credits. If capacity allows, we'll extend the included window. Okay. I think I just don't understand how it works. What is usage credits? Okay, I'm gonna skip that for now. Yes, Serenity and Astro, I shall play Friday. So I did play because I opened the game and I played the Pick'em game in Counter-Strike. Kimi, do you have Prime status? Because you'll need Prime to play with me. And Prime costs money. I think the price is like 160 Rand or something, or 200 Rand. I don't even remember. If you don't have Prime and don't want to buy it, I can even give you an account with Prime. Okay, after this point, when sufficient capacity allows to do so, we aim to restore Fable 5 as a standard part of subscription plans. Okay, throughout this period, we'll communicate any changes ahead. Man, I really want to try this out. But if we do get to try it out, I think we should make a list of things to actually build with it. Since it might cost more from June 22. Yeah, I think Prime is definitely cheaper than that right now, though. Very well, Kimmy. But let me borrow you an account then for Friday or whenever. So we can play together at least. Okay. Okay, footnotes. Okay. That was a very long read. We were just reading this page for 50 minutes. That's crazy. Okay. I want to see if they have any other news besides this. And while that's busy loading, I'm going to quickly go and check the GitHub sponsors stuff out. Sounds like a plan, Kimmy. More usage. Per month with annual subscription discount. $200 billed up front. $20 if billed monthly. I deleted your other accounts I had because I didn't use them. So you're going to have to send again. I shall do so. I'm most likely going to be playing games Friday, pretty much the entire day. Except at night. At night I'm going to be live streaming and coding. But during the day I'm going to be playing. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if we could get Claude Code sometime this week. Even if it's just for a month. And then we'll use Fable 5 and we'll try and see how much work we can actually get done with it. We'll try and do as much as we can. So Kimi, if I could, I would have, but I can't play Claude. Oh, this second thing can't even show. Doesn't show the entire chat. There we go. So I can't play Claude because Claude doesn't work on Linux. The older Call of Duties do work, but the newest one don't. The newest one doesn't work because of the anti-cheat. So yeah, can't play it. Give me, if I check this chat here, every single person in this chat uses Linux, besides you, by the way. But yeah, unfortunately, Call of Duty doesn't work on Linux, so I can't play it. Yeah, expanding project last week, introducing. It's crazy that they released CLAUDE.pas 4.8 like just a few days ago, May 28th, and now we already have Fable 5. Modern Warfare 4. Price change now, 250 Rand, yeah. Okay. So if I check cursor, I actually saw that I can already access Fable 5 from cursor. I'll show it now. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me clear that. Come in here. Okay, so here is cursor. And you'll see I have Fable 5 already here. But the thing is, I can't actually use Fable 5 because I don't have any like API usage left on cursor. If I try to use it, it's going to tell me that I can't. It's going to default to something else. Did you see the trailer? Why did Ghost turn on price? I have not seen the trailer. Go to sleep now, writing Geo at 8. Yep, I saw. I hope they don't ruin with Hollywood suspense. Cheers, Serenity. Okay. I'm just trying to think if we are going to get Claude Opus and try it out. Well, I say Opus, but Claude Fable now is the name. Okay, let's jump into actual coding. I don't think we'll be able to try Fable 5, or maybe we can. Do we have it in GitHub Copilot yet? I don't see it in GitHub Copilot just yet. Let's make a new chat. Yeah, I don't see it here. Maybe let's try a different one. So I'm signed in here. We'll come here. We'll check this out. Yeah, so we definitely don't have the new model in VS Code just yet, but we do have an update. So maybe we should just check if there's a new update available. Hey, Robert! I don't see an update yet on Flatpak for the new version. So I think I might only get the VS Code update tomorrow. Looks cool though, like new Japan map. Okay, so since I think we're only gonna get the Claude update possibly tomorrow in VS Code. I don't think we can test it right now in VS Code. But I will try and see if we could possibly buy Claude code sometime soon. Maybe like tomorrow or Friday or something. And then we'll make some cool stuff with it. But for now, I think we'll continue on Genepedia. Still lots to do here. I have some updates which I haven't committed yet as well. But before I do a commit, let's get my UI sorted. Then we'll start some actual coding. Okay. We were busy adding a way to approve that. Okay, we need to have a way to submit an issue now as well, I think. We have this contact Genepedia one. We have a help one as well. Okay, let's start there. Composer 2.5. Can you please add a help page for us? And also add a new item on the left hand side for blog. And then make a blog page. Maybe we should try it and see if it works. I'm guessing it's not going to work though. But let's try it and give it like a massive prompt. Please do the following. Just in case Cursor has given us access somehow. Okay, 1. Okay, I have to do some planning here then. I don't want to waste my tokens on this. So we'll go to Mandela. Okay. We'll say implement 3 test 1 into the 3 tab on the profile pages. When you go to the 3 tab, it should show the family tree for that person. I'm uploading my full work in progress 1 video. After this, I'll make a new one after I have more stuff. But it took me a month to get this far. Nice, Robert. Please send me the video once it's live. For those who don't know, Robert is busy making a game on SNBox, which is basically the Source 2 engine. Okay, so page people. Okay, I need to do some planning here, how the actual editing and stuff will work. So profile, profile table, and profile. Also implement the, wait, we gotta first see if we can improve the existing edit page. Also see if there are any ways to improve the existing page editor. We're going for a WordPress Gutenberg style editor. Then implement profile editing page for people. It's going to be quite similar to the page editing. So they need to share many of their code as well. I really hope Fable 5 works and we can actually use it. So let's see the reasoning here. So Fable 5, we go edit. So we can choose between 300k context and 1 million context. And then we have these different like thinking models. Shall we just start off and go for extra high from the beginning? Or do we go max? Effort the model uses to generate its responses. Dang, okay. Let's try extra high. I'm not finished though. I want to type like a few things that I wanted to do. And then we test all of these things and see how well it actually did it. Okay. Then we need to go to Mandela again. Three, on the media tab, you should be allowed to upload photos of that person and see the photos showing there. I can imagine now if now you feel how those guys on the corner feels. Okay, we need a way to define like who is responsible for and maintaining this page. So in data, I'll make a new file that will have some data in it. We'll do like a JSON file and we'll just say permissions.json. Okay. Let's first do something with Composer. You'll see I've made a permissions.json file. Please make that file for every people page. And then that file needs to contain basically a list of who is allowed to make edits on this profile and who is not allowed. You'll see I've added a permissions.json file for the people 15 profile. Please go ahead and add that for all profiles. The permissions.json file is going to be used to specify who created the people profile as well as who are the current maintainers of it. And then only those people would be allowed. Hey, Goran Struble! 99% vibe coded. Hey fam, hope everyone's doing well. Right now, repeating my hardest GD level. Nice, Malak. The chat is exploding indeed. I can't even keep up here. Is it Gordon or Amber? Good question, Jan. You never know when they join the chat. For now, you can add me, Sean Roselt, as the creator and the maintainer for all of the existing people profiles. Cheers, Malak. Congratulations. This file will be used to know. This file needs to be used to know who can approve edits on a. Okay, we're not going to add that just yet. Okay, I think we'll quickly add these files for all the profiles. We'll do that using Composer 2.5, and then we'll head back to Fable. Okay, so while that's busy going, I'm going to continue on the prompt for Fable 5. So, Fable 5. Okay, we were here. Please do the following. Implement tree test 1 into the tree tab on the profiles page. When you go to the tree tab, it should show the family tree for that person. Also see if there are any ways to improve the existing page editor. We're going for a WordPress Gutenberg style editor. On the media tab, you should be allowed to upload photos of that person and see the photos showing there. I'm going to say upload images of that person and see the images showing there. Only people in the data permissions.json file are allowed to upload images for a person, as well as delete images for a person. Same, Kimi, same. Hey Amber, I assume you got found out. Don't be shy. Okay, we need a way to also link someone to a profile. Create a person ID, name. Well, you need to be able. How are we gonna do this? I'll leave it open-ended for now. Okay, number 4. So this is gonna be a big task. The login should work now. If you try it right now, Gordon, I think it will work. Would you mind trying it, Gordon, and seeing if it works for you? They make you down soda with spicy wings. Ah, the Rockamama's thing. I'm sure it's Amber. Sure. Okay, we need a way to link a profile or to claim a profile as your own. So we might need to make a new file here that says owner.json. Then maybe we quickly do that first. We'll add that using Composer as well. Please also add an owner.json file for every people profile. That file will be used to... Actually, we should do a profile.html, profile.json actually. Come on, what's this now? I've made a new owner, not owner, a new profile. A new profile.json file. Can we rather use this one for permissions? Delete all the other ones and use this new one. The profile.json file should also be used for when someone claims a profile as their own. So the JSON file should be able to link a profile to a GitHub account. You don't have to post it, just say I'm recording you guys. Now I can't log in, sign up with the original account. I signed up with her. That's weird. What do you get, Gordon? Is there like an error or something? Like, what's actually happening? They love stream it. They've got the phone stands and a ring light. Sure, when Bloomstack getting together? I don't know, Astro. But we should make a plan. Maybe I should stream it. Some good content. We'll get the watch hours fast. And where's Quibus? I have no idea where Quibus is. This file could also be used. Let's maybe leave it like so for now. Let's give that command. And then while that's running, we'll continue on the Fable 5 prompt. Okay. Let's go through the Fable 5 prompt. Implement tree test 1 into the tree tab on the profile pages. When you go to the tree tab, it should show the family tree for that person. Okay. Also see if there are any ways to improve the existing page editor. We're going for WordPress Gutenberg style editor. On the media tab, for people profile pages, you should be allowed to upload images of that person and see the images showing there. Only people showing there. Uploading an image would also be a pull request which needs to be approved by someone. It'll show on the changes tab as well as on the media tab. Only people in the profile.json file are allowed to upload images for a person as well as delete images for a person. Okay, I don't think we need to do that for now. Or do we? I still can't imagine I met Sean in CS Deathmatch. Yeah, crazy. I want to go to Bloom now too. I still can't imagine I met Sean in CS. Ah, sorry, no. No, I can't sign up. Was between GitHub and your actual sign up page. So I don't have an actual sign up page, Gordon. It just works through GitHub. I met Sean in the womb. Yes, sir. Damn, Kimmy, I didn't know I was not on your level. Yeah, so Gordon, I don't have a sign up page. Like, I work through GitHub. You can also technically use Google or Apple, I think. But it still goes through GitHub. Yeah, I also met my wife in a deathmatch. I met her specifically on Dust 2 deathmatch. I remember I was in Lois, and I'm not sure where she was, but I was specifically in Lois killing people, and that's when we started speaking. And then I remember I was like around Long area when we like almost met face to face for the first time in the game when I killed her. Yeah, I know, lol. Name, null. Okay, so creator, person ID, name, GitHub login. Okay. Maintainers. Okay, I like the way it's doing this. Only people in the profile. Okay. Then implement profile editing page for people. It's going to be quite similar to the page editing, so they need to share many of their code as well. I need to now specify how it's going to work, or well, I will let it decide and figure it out. Get proper OAuth so we can use Gmail and other accounts. So you can use Gmail. It works. So through GitHub, you can sign in with your Google account as well. Gaming be like Tinder these days. Everyone getting married through games. Yep. Then implement profile editing page for people. Okay. Then number 5. I hope I'm able to do actually a Fable 5 prompt. And if I am able to do a Fable 5 prompt, I hope it's not too expensive. But we'll see. All my friends getting married today, gamer friends. images go in here. Images go in a images folder like this one. Okay, talk. Okay, let's do 5. Can you also implement the talk tab on people profile pages? That should be like a discussion or comments page where people can post, where people can talk about the person, like ask questions or give info or whatever. Things posted there should things posted there can just immediately be put into a commit onto the repo. I don't think it needs to go through a merge, go through a pull request. Although maintainers should also be able to delete someone's talk, comments / feedback / messages. I feel like we should design a town like the CS maps and have Sims live there that look like you guys. Why don't you like it, Jan? Although maintainers should be able to delete someone's talk. Okay, this is quite a lot of work right here. So if Fable 5 can like achieve this, I would be very much impressed. Please do the following. I'm almost half scared to click the go button. Extra high. I don't know if we should just throw it onto max or we gotta go extra high. Don't know yet. Let's just make sure if we don't maybe have it in GitHub Copilot yet. I would still prefer to do it in GitHub Copilot. Oh, we should probably do a commit first before we make any changes. Just in case it breaks stuff. Okay, profile.json for everyone. I once in Sims, like bought a house and built a massive graveyard in like the yard with like probably like 100 gravestones. I kept inviting people over and then taking away the ladder and then they would drown. And then once I've killed everyone in my neighborhood, I would go and create a bunch of new people, move them into lots, and repeat the process over and over again. And eventually I had so many different gravestones, and I had the cheat code that allowed me to place gravestones, place any item at like way more positions. So I could even place gravestones like on the road and many other places. So I had like my entire yard full of gravestones in Sims. I probably killed like 100 people, at least. Okay. Restart extensions. Sure. But the real question is, do we have the new model? And we don't have it yet. Come on! I really want it in here. Okay. We've pushed all of our code. So I think it's time to finally run it. I'm gonna go extra high, I think. Or do I go max? Come on! Okay, I'll go max. I'll do one max one. Okay. I'm gonna copy this to my clipboard in case it fails. Oh, we should make a new chat actually with zero context. New chat. Paste it in. We go Fable 5 max. Dang. Okay. And we do send. Planning next moves. Okay, looks like it's maybe working. Oh, it's working. Okay, this spans several profile page features. Yes, now imagine leaving my avatar to this guy's avatar in a map looking like Dust 2 stuck with this guy's avatar. I see it's using Composer 2.5 fast to explore the files. How do I know if it's actually using what I told it to use? Why do I feel like it's not actually using Fable 5? Even though I told it to use Fable 5. I feel like it's using some other model. I don't know if there's a way to like see what model it's using currently. Oh, there we go. Fable 5 Max. Okay, so we are using the correct model. Maybe I should have given it more context, because I see already we are on 33% context. No, wait, I think this model is what I have selected. Oh yeah, so that's not super accurate. I still don't know what model it's using. It's making lots of changes. So maybe I'm just worried that we are not actually using Fable 5. Well, alrighty, let's just wait and see. maybe I can see from my cursor backend what it's using. Because it should show that I've used Fable 5, I'm guessing. Okay, so it doesn't show that I've used it just yet. Ah, okay, I can see it definitely did not use it. Because my cursor backend shows it's using Composer 2.5 fast. I don't know why it switched me over to Composer 2.5. Made a ton of file changes though. Okay, let's stop this. Because I didn't want to use that in the first place. Let's just check what file changes we have now. This action, hold on. So it made 2 new files for us. Let's delete this. Okay, so I don't think we'll be able to use Fable right now, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate. But maybe we could give Opus 4.8 a go. I'm willing to do that. So let's do that. We'll go Opus 4.8. We'll give it the same prompt. This one massive prompt right here. And then we'll say go Claude Opus 4.8. So whatever result we get from Claude Opus 4.8 in this turn, we know that Fable 5 is going to be much better. So let's see what it gives us. I don't think I've ever given any AI a prompt as complicated as this one with so many things in here. This might be like the hardest, the most difficult task I've given an AI yet. No, maybe not most difficult, but most things I've assigned to an AI in one go. I'm going to start training today so I can beat you in a race. I'm quite curious to see what Claude Opus 4.8 does. But dang, it's expensive though. 27 times. Okay, well, while Opus is busy here, I'll be right back. I'm back. I see how slow he walks. I can beat him. I got myself a fizzer again. Yeah, I have a good understanding of the major systems. Let me read the central people page file. Okay. It would have been nice if we had Fable though. But maybe we'll have Fable very soon. What are you guys on about? No way. Do it, Kimmy. We have 3 bags here. It's because we're getting old, Kimmy. That's why. We're not that young anymore. You and me. You and I. Although some people stay skinny their entire life. Like Ian right here. Ian is gonna look the same even when he's 90. He's gonna look exactly the same. This guy eats like no one else, but he stays the exact same. I think people can write science papers on Ian. Okay. Let me read the path. Okay, wait a minute. Let me examine the JetCom 3 data shape, the GitHub API helper functions to build new endpoints, and how the toolbar wires up. I am manifesting the metabolism of Ian. Let me read the final portion of the auth helpers. Come on, Opus 4.8. Okay, while Opus 4.8 is busy running here, if I shave my beard, I look like I've just left school 22 years ago and I pretty much still look the same. Okay, while this is busy running, I'm going to try and see and consider if we could get Claude Code, even if it's just for 1 month. Then we can hopefully get some good progress on it. And test out Fable properly. I see some new things here. I now have deep understanding of the API. Let me record key architecture facts to session memory and then examine the profile content structure to finalize the 3 data approach. Now I understand the data model. Family is encoded as profile links. The 3 test 1 viewer is JetCom based, so I'll use a per person. Let me examine the page editor's block fragment internals needed for tasks 2 and 4 before finalizing my plan. The page editor already has rich block controls, drag, move. Okay. The page editor is already a full Gutenberg style block editor. Okay. So you did get the good genes too. You can do it, Kimmy. So I'm trying to see how to get money from GitHub sponsors, but it's a bit confusing. I don't know yet exactly how it works. Uh, I still don't know how this works. I hope if we get Claude Code, then we can just sign in here, and it basically works the same as the normal GitHub Copilot. I hope that's how it would work. Well, let me just make sure about this document as well, about who has that one model. So, Claude Fable 5. Kimmy's, Kimmy's just gonna instantly give up, just so that Ian has to eat two of them. That sounds like a great plan, Kimmy. Genius. Okay, somewhere here it said availability. Here we go. From today through June 22, Fable 5 is included on Pro, Max, and Team. Okay. So shall we get Max and then test it out? feel like we should. I know how it will end, but I'm unable to deny food. It's a curse. Physically not able to deny. Yeah, Opus 4.8 is still busy going. Let's have a read here. I have all the context I need. Let me read the remaining 3 test1 CSS to port it into the scope component. Then set up my task plan. I now have complete context over all systems. Now I'll build task 1, self-contained family tree viewer component, porting the 3 test1 engine into a scoped custom element. The component is clean. Now let me wire the 3 tab in people page to mount the viewer and add the loader methods. Ding ding ding! Now let me add the 3 rendering methods. Let me insert them before the end of the class. Okay, peoplepage.js. Okay, family tree viewer. There is reusable family tree custom element. Renders an interactive pan zoom family tree from a JetCom 5.5.5 file using shared window.app JetCom library. It is a self-contained port of the standalone 3 test 1 prototype, so it can be embedded anywhere. Okay, attributes, URL of the JetCom file. Individuals may carry a custom tag in a JetCom file. When present, the details sidebar shows a view profile link for that person. Okay. Sure. Use strict. Okay, family tree JetCom. I cut it. Okay, jet compasses. Let's have a read here. 16 people, 5 unions. Okay. Person IDs are clean. Now let me update the submit endpoint to accept profile people fragment edits. Okay. Not too shabby so far. Not too shabby. Good night, Kimmy. Are you saying good night to them? Cheers, Astro. Good night. Cheerio. I'm still busy reading and considering and see if we could possibly get Claude code. Cheers, Kimmy. Chat tomorrow, possibly. Cheerio. Okay, let me see here. Yada yada yada. Now let me create the media upload slash delete endpoint that commits images as a previewable pull request. Okay, and now the talk endpoint comments commit directly to the default branch, no PR. Deletes require maintainer or site reviewer. Okay, PHP isn't installed locally. Let me, okay. Okay, well, I can probably make these live quickly for it. Then it doesn't need to do it locally. Let me push these ones live. Did that work? I don't know. Let me just do it again. And they are live now. Oh, if Sean is streaming tomorrow morning, he'll only be live again tomorrow evening. I'm the manager. Oh, is it? I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow morning though. Definitely not. Okay. So I think we just bought Claude Code, guys. And I can see we have Fable 5 in Claude Code. Now the question is, do we let this continue? Or do we stop this completely and just give it over to Fable 5? Hmm. Let me try and sign in quickly. Nice, Sean. Yes, Mr. Ian. I couldn't figure out the GitHub sponsors, so I don't actually have that just yet. But I can see the money is there. Okay, so I have the Claude Code signed in now within VS Code. Hey, Imu, you joined just in time. I just bought Claude Code like a few seconds ago, actually, like maybe a minute or two ago. Like we just bought it, and I'm now busy trying to sign into it. Testing. Are we live, guys? Don't know if we are live right now. I hope we are live. Testing. Are we still live? Oh, we are live. Okay. Woo! This stream was very close to just ending. My internet dropped completely, so I had to quickly switch over to a different internet. I think we literally just made it in time. I don't know for how long we were offline, but it does seem like we are back online now at least. Let me just make sure. Okay, I think we are good for now. Okay, Emu. So we just literally bought Claude Code right now. And I'm busy trying to sign into it as well. I haven't gotten the GitHub sponsors money just yet, but I can see the money is in there. So I've gone ahead and bought Claude Code so long. So I think it's a perfect time to use it because I saw that you can use Fable up until June 22 or something. So I figured it might be the perfect time to get it right now. You're breaking up a bit, but way better now. Okay, let me try and fix it quickly. I've set my bitrate lower. I have no idea what the hell's going on with my internet. Yo, we were on 10 viewers, and then as soon as my internet went down, it dropped down to 2 viewers, which is just you, Ian, and Emu. But that was really a close one. Okay, I'm still trying to sign into Claude Code. So I did one prompt, so I didn't think that we would be able to use Fable. But I still see that's very bad. Yeah, I see my internet's still quite bad. So OBS says that we are still lagging. So I don't know how good it is. So in any case, I'm going to speak so long. I didn't think that we would be able to use Fable 5. So I did prepare a prompt for Fable 5. But like I said, I wasn't actually thinking that we would be able to use it. And so I then sent this prompt to Opus 4.8 on Max. Because I figured we might as well then use GitHub Copilot and at least test Opus 4.8. So we currently have this prompt running on Opus 4.8. Now the question is, do we stop this prompt that we sent for Opus 4.8 and we revert the changes and rather give it to Fable 5? Or do we let it finish the prompt for Opus 4.8 and then we write a new prompt for Fable 5? The thing is, I don't know how much better Fable 5 would be in terms of this prompt. Or do we wait for it to finish? Then we test the changes and see how well it did. And depending on how well it did, we decide whether we redo the prompt with Fable 5 or do a different prompt. Okay, I still have to try and see if I can somehow sign into Claude Code. So I think I should do that on the side. Okay, with Claude Code, it will remember the context when you switch models, but I don't know how that works with VS Code integration. So the Claude Code one has like a separate plugin. So I don't think the context will be shared in this case between my GitHub Copilot Claude and the actual Claude code. So from what I read on the website is that Fable 5 will not be going through the API. Oh, through API in VS Code, you mean? But I think Fable 5 will go through your rate limits quickly. One way to find out, Emo. One way to find out. I'm very keen to try it out though. So I think what I want to do is I want to write like something like do the following, and then I give it a couple of tasks. And then hopefully we can get multiple things done at the same time with just one prompt. That's kind of what I tried to write here as well. So I gave it 5 prompts that I felt was kind of like difficult prompts. But then obviously I didn't know we would be able to use Fable. And so I gave it to Opus 4.8 now. I don't know what integration you are using. Just do not give it an API key. Okay, will do. So I'm using the official Claude code for VS Code. Like this is the official extension from Anthropic. Okay, so on my other screen, I am now signed into Claude Code within the extension. I'm busy trying to see if we can change models. So I've signed in. This is basically how it looks. And now I'm trying to change models. So it says loading models. So I think for now we just wait for that. Okay, I'm sure it will be fine with the official extension. Yeah. I don't mind doing the terminal either, to be honest. But I want to try the UI first before we try the terminal. Day 45 and we are still in rain. Damn. Yep. Indeed. I don't know why it's taking so long to load the models. Yeah, it's still loading the models, but I did accidentally click out of it. So I'm reloading it again now. It might just be my internet, Emu, because as you know, I have quite bad internet. So that might be why it's taking so long. I'm not 100% sure. But I'll bring it up once we have the models. Oh, you know what we should give it? We should actually give it to the QR code generator and see if it can improve or finish the frame editor, because I don't fully like the frame editor. It feels a bit like buggy and not nice. Maybe if we give this to Fable, it could actually like polish it out and have it almost production ready. I don't know what prompt I should be writing to it, but that might be an idea. I think the servers are probably overwhelmed. Yeah, I think many people are right now trying to use it. Yep, exactly. What do you save under assets there? Day 45 to PNG. That would be simply the file, the image, the thumbnail. That's it. That's the only thing. So on the assets, we just have basically all the thumbnails. So every day I make a new thumbnail and I put it right here. Okay. Well, Opus 4.8 has managed to get the 3 in here, which is nice. It doesn't look like it belongs here because there's no theming and there's like other stuff in here, but it's in. Okay, so if I go to, let's say, profile 3, media, talk. Okay, sign in with GitHub from the site header to join the discussion. Welcome to the discussion page for Nelson Mandela. Share questions, memory sources, or corrections about him here. Comments are committed straight to the repository. Okay, I was about to say it. I don't think that belongs here, but I see it just fixed it. Oh no, it broke some other stuff. Why is this now highlighted? But it's fine. We'll give it time. Totally. I think Fable would be able to play around with that and you could even revamp it with Claude Design. Yes, yes. Okay. We got the edit profile page in here as well, but it's missing the profile table. See, we don't have that in here. I should be using this one though. The freaking Opus 4.8 decided that it wants to make a server of its own, and I'm obviously not signed into the server, so I can't test the changes. Don't know why it keeps making a server. Like, just use the file right here. Because I'm already signed in. Ah, nice. Add photos. Okay, talk. Oh, that's nice. Okay, the changes are still broken. Yeah, so Emu, it's still loading models here. I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe I should open up a brand new VS Code and then we'll test in like a new instance. Let me quickly try that. Okay, I've got a new VS Code open on the side. I'm going to try and switch the models. Okay, so it's working on a new instance. I can now see the models. And I see Fable as well. Damn, boy! I would quit out of the app and try again. That isn't normal. Yeah. I will let Opus 4.8 finish and we'll check the results of what it did. And then I think, depending on how well it did, we'll decide whether we redo the exact same prompt or whether we make a new prompt to fix the issues that 4.8 caused. But 4.8 has been going for quite a long time now. Test locally static server plus PHP. Everyone trying to go on Claude right now. Yep. When I checked YouTube, my entire homepage was full of videos about Fable and Mythos. Like just as I went live, my entire homepage was full of it. Everyone is publishing videos on it and going live to test it. It is a few hours later now though, so I don't know if it's still like that now. But it was like that as soon as I went live. I went live about an hour after it came out. You can even ask Fable to analyze your recent commit and improve it / make it more robust and propose a plan to improve without even prompting. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Opus 4.8 is about to finish, but I can already see that some things are not working and broken. Yeah, like this. This doesn't even work. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, let's test the changes. We'll go to Mandela, and then we got the tree showing, but it doesn't really fit in. It basically just took whatever I already did here and just like put it in here. So it feels like I did nothing. So I just put in here what I had already. Good job for us both. Still have jobs at least. Yep. Okay, I think we should start and write a new prompt. I'm gonna give a thumbs down to Opus 4.8. I expected better for the price that I had to pay for this. I think it did a terrible job. Because I think if I would use cheaper models, it's gonna take more prompts, but for the same price, I think I could have done more. But let me write a new prompt here. I'll go to GPT-5 Mini, just in case I accidentally send it. Okay, do the following. Okay, please check. Hold on. I'll do on the people pages. Oh, now it's in dark mode. Wait a minute. Huh? Now I'm so confused. It was just in dark mode for like a second. Okay. On people pages for the 3 tab, it should. Oh, it broke my system even. Because this was working. Okay. Why you break my stuff? Okay. On the people pages for the 3 tab, it somewhat broke my family tree component. Make sure it's working fully, and it must also be themed for dark versus light. When you go to the tree tab for someone, that person should automatically be selected as well. Feel free to change anything on that tree tab to make it feel and look better within our interface. So I'm going to give it some like free will to decide what's best here. Okay, number 2, media. Okay, I see some stuff is possibly failing because this footer doesn't show the last edited. In the footer, the last edited text is not showing. See why and fix it. Let's see if the upload works. So let's try and upload a photo for myself. Oh gosh, there's so many shown results. Let's do for this one. I'll go to media. I'll go upload photos. I'll somewhere choose this one or that one. Say open. Prompt is not supported. Okay. I'll say here image uploads for the people media tab does not seem to work. Please fix that also. Okay, does this work? Testing the talk page. We say post comment. It's weird to me. It is showing Copilot rate limits 27x cost if you're using Claude Code plugin, unless you are trying to use up your. No, so we did this prompt before we bought Claude Code, because I didn't know that we will be able to get Claude Code right now. But I did want to use Fable, but I didn't know that we could be able to use it, and so I already wrote a prompt for Claude Fable, but because we couldn't use it, I decided that I might as well then give the prompt to Claude Opus 4.8 to see how well it does, because I haven't really used Opus 4.8 either because of how expensive it is. So we gave it to this one just to like see how it is. But then while this prompt was busy going, I kind of convinced myself that we should just get Claude Code right now so we can actually try Fable. And yeah, that's basically what happened. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like what it did here. It made just way too many mistakes. So I think I'm gonna just stop it, and I'll say undo, and we'll start from scratch. I'll give it to Fable. Okay, yeah. I think we'll take this exact same prompt. I'll copy it. I'll close my workspace. Save it. Give me a second. Okay. Then I'll open it again. I'm quickly busy signing into all of my stuff. Okay. So here we are. We have Claude Code. Okay, very exciting. And then I have to first revert these changes actually though. Okay, no, we don't have any changes. Okay, perfect. And then I have it set to Fable, as you can see here, right? We got Fable. And then I have it set to Ultra Code. Okay, so there's max. Wait. So the options we have is low, medium, high, extra high, max, and then there's a different one, Ultra Code X High plus workflows. What's that? Ask it to generate a plan.md before starting from your prompt. Okay. Okay, so what is this? There's one above max called Ultra Code X High plus workflows. You got Fable in Cursor as well. I tried it, but I don't think I'm able to use it because it actually switched me over to Composer and then it used Composer. Definitely don't do Ultra. It will wipe your token limit. Workflows, it will spawn multiple agents. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool though. Okay, so we'll do max, I'm guessing. We'll do max. I low-key, Emu, don't want to do a plan file. I want to like do almost like a one-to-one comparison with 4.8 so that I can see how what the difference is between how 4.8 did it compared to Fable 5 with pretty much the same prompt. Okay, so here's our prompt. Please do the following. Implement tree test 1 into the tree tab on the profile pages. When you go to the tree tab, it should show the family tree for that person. Okay, let me zoom in here. Also see if there are any ways to improve the existing page editor. We're going for a WordPress Gutenberg style editor. On the media tab for the people profile pages, you should be allowed to upload images of that person and see the images showing there. Uploading an image would also be a pull request, which, okay, yada yada yada. Okay, then implement profile editing page for people. It's going to be quite similar to the page editing, so they need to share many of their code as well. Can you also implement, go for it. Just long term, I would look into OpenSpec. You have auto mode on, so it will go off in a wild direction without you agreeing with it on a spec long term for large features. Okay. When you say OpenSpec, what is that exactly? OpenSpec. Oh, okay. Spec driven development. Okay. Okay, can you also implement the talk tab on people profile pages? So, Ibu, have you played with Fable 5 yet? I know it only came out, but have you played with it yet? If you have, how is it? In your opinion? You can run the website straight like this in the integrated browser of VS Code because I don't know if Claude Code is able to use the integrated browser, is what I'm thinking right now. Because I'm signed in here. If it tries to run it outside of this, then it won't work because I won't be signed in. So I'm going to tell it that it must run it here. Because I'm already signed into it from there. Also, for the API, it needs to run from the public API. So any changes that you make, I will need a few seconds to upload those changes before you'll be able to test them. It could call the website and analyze it. Okay. Yes, basically an agreed upon format to specify features, requirements for agents in an MD file. Okay. I wonder if I should add more in here. I don't know. So, based on this prompt, Ibu, from your experience, would you say that I can probably add more into it and Fable will be able to handle all of it? Or would you say that this is a good test? Because this is a one-to-one test with Opus 4.8 actually, which is what I wanted to do in any case. Okay, let's do this. I have to be ready to upload any API changes. I feel somewhat anxious to finally be able to use Fable 5 and Claude Code. Okay, I'm just quickly getting my file uploads ready so that I can upload API changes. Okay, I'm going to send it. Sent my first Claude Code prompt. I just gotta make sure it's the correct stuff. Okay, Fable, max. Okay, we'll definitely be able to handle a huge prompt, but the more the better, but I'm curious to see the one-to-one test. Yeah, same. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what's happening. Let me make the UI bigger. Or I guess it's fine like this. Okay, update to-dos. Explore code base. Implement 3 tab. Improve page editor. Implement media tab. Okay. So it's asking me some questions here. Allow this bash command. Tell Claude what to do. Okay. Check web. Okay, yes, you can do that. Yeah, I've switched it over to auto mode because I had Opus 4.8 on auto mode as well. So I think it makes sense to have this one on auto mode as well. Oh, that sucks that you can't have it yet. Good night, Cloric. Have a good night. Okay, I'll definitely. So, do I use plan mode on Fable as well? Or do I plan on a different model and then implement the plan on Fable? Or how would I do it? And yes, we just bought Claude Code like a few minutes ago. This prompt here is literally like my first ever Claude Code prompt, the one we're doing right now. But I'm guessing, Emu, I only choose plan mode if it's like a big prompt, like this one. But for like everyday tasks, I don't need a plan, right? Yeah, let me examine the API layer to understand how endpoints work. What do you think about it? I don't know yet. From what I read, Fable 5 seems very impressive and I'm very keen to use it. I think the messages are a bit delayed, but yeah, I haven't tried it yet. This is my first prompt, so I don't know yet. Weirdly, it is probably better to plan on the more expensive model, then let Opus follow it. Okay. The core expensive models are better for thinking about architectural decisions and gotcha, but the plan are basically a to-do list a dumb model can follow. Okay. Yeah. Pondering, pondering, honking, honking. I like these messages right here. Very exciting. Deliberating. No, so Tlorik, we could only afford this thanks to Mr. Emu right here. Emu is the legend here. He's the one who sponsored us to get Claude Code. So without him, we would not have had this. We don't have it forever. It's only for a short while as well. But yeah, we're definitely gonna use it. Unless Fable burns through the usage, then I guess we won't use it. But we'll see. Hopefully it lasts a while. I'm probably gonna use it tomorrow as well and test it out a bit tomorrow and see how it is. Emu is the best. When Emu sponsored us that money, that was like the most excitement I've ever had when it comes to like vibe coding. And when Fable just released, that's another like high point in terms of excitement when it comes to vibe coding. And combining Emu's sponsor and Fable together is like the best moment ever right now. Okay, and even for small features or enhancements, I use a plan. Okay, to get a baseline. But isn't that like a waste of usage? If it's like a small feature? Okay, I'm gonna quickly head there. Okay, it signed me out again. This is gonna be like the third time I'm signing into Claude Code. Don't know why it keeps signing me out. Oh, but I'm using my phone now to be live. No, not using a plan leads to wasted usage. Okay. API helpers. Oh wait, so it's doing API changes now, possibly. Let me just have a look here. I just gotta be ready to upload any API changes that it does. Because the API doesn't work locally. It has to work on the domain. So whenever it does API changes, I have to like immediately upload the API quickly. Just write usage in the bar. That's cool. I'll do it after this message and then we'll test it. That's pretty cool. I wonder if this one has it. I can't switch. Why can't I switch? Copilot. Ah, there we go. I haven't signed in yet. Okay. Wait, but I gotta be ready for this. The API changes still. Okay, I just did the usage thing here in my other VS Code. I see it showing my email though. That's not nice. I hate it when I like open something. Like I know I think Cursor as well. When I first signed into Cursor, Cursor was like constantly showing my email somewhere as well. Luckily I found a way to take it away. Okay, so currently so far we are on 14%. 14% for the session usage. So it hasn't used that much yet. Or is it a lot? I don't know. But we are currently on 14%. Okay, we got API changes. Yeah, I'll catch up on the chat shortly. Sorry about that. I just need to be ready with these API changes. I'll just scan here. So Claudic, it says here, if I type something, it's going to queue another message. But I did do it on a different VS Code on the side. And that's where I saw it was 14%. That's a lot for one prompt. You are 10 minutes into a 5-hour window. I see. Well, I mean, we are using Fable on Macs, and I did read somewhere that Fable is more than double like that of Opus 4.8 in terms of like usage. Okay, but we got API changes here. We'll take this. But luckily, what I saw something here that so we have a 5-hour session, but then there's also a 7-day session. So even if we hit the 5-hour session, it's not that bad because we're only on 1% for the weekly 7-day. Okay. Noted. Yo, it's making lots of API changes. Very nice though. Very nice. Okay, so what I can see already is that Fable 5 is definitely doing a lot more API changes than Opus 4.8. That's the first thing that I'm noticing so far. Oh, it's also trying to check for the local PHP runtime, even though I told it in the prompt that it needs to go from the server. Hopefully Fable doesn't try and run it locally either, because that won't work. It says it will cube it into another message, but it doesn't go in the queue. I see. Is there a way to... I don't want to show it right now, but when I did the usage thing, it has my email showing. Is there a way to like let Claude not show my email? Or is that not possible? I know on cursor it also showed my email, but I was able to like... There was a setting somewhere where I could hide my email. Weird to think that what our limits will be like when Anthropic IPOs. I think we are at the end of a golden era. Yeah. I think it's gonna get more and more expensive. But the cheap models will also get better and better at least. So even though the best models are gonna get more and more expensive, we are gonna see more and more cheap models that are very good. It doesn't show email in my Claude code. So on the usage specifically page, it's there where it shows it. So it says account and usage, then it shows account, and then it shows auth method, which is Claude AI, and then right underneath it, it shows my email. It says email, and then my email. And then underneath that, it shows the usages and all that. True. I will move to DeepSeek if Anthropic gets too expensive. Why is there even a 5-hour session? Like, why don't they just allow you to use all of your usage if you wanted to? Okay. Uh, Hold on. Let me just check here. So what are you making now? So I gave it a long prompt. So firstly, when the night started, I didn't think that we would have Fable or Claude Code, but Cursor did show that we have Fable 5. So I wrote a whole long prompt for Fable 5, but then we couldn't actually use it. And so we sent that prompt this was the prompt right here, this prompt. So we sent it to Opus 4.8 instead. And then Opus 4.8 finished the prompt. Just give me a second. Looks okay. But then Opus 4.8 did not do the prompt very well. It made lots of mistakes. So I figured, let's give the exact same prompt to Fable 5, now that we actually have it. So yeah, we are just basically adding features and changes onto our existing website. Oh, I made a mistake. I gave it the Grave... Okay, but it was smart. I gave it the Gravepedia link. By accident, I just noticed. But at least it knew I was talking about Genepedia. But I just noticed I gave it the freaking Gravepedia one. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't make the results worse. But yeah, I definitely gave it the wrong link. Emu, you are on the $200 plan, right? Or which plan are you on? Nope. £90, which is the 100. Okay, I see. Have you gotten Fable yet now? Or do you still not have it? Okay. I'm curious to know, like, how much Fable 5 would cost when it eventually gets to GitHub Copilot, considering that Claude Opus 4.8 is already 27 times, and GPT 5.5 is 57 times, but obviously Fable is even better than GPT 5.5. So I'm very curious to know like how expensive it's going to be in GitHub Copilot eventually. I think it's going to be super expensive. I think it's going to be so expensive that it doesn't even make sense to use it inside of GitHub Copilot. Just due to the price, you know? Okay, we are currently on 24% usage for the 5-hour session. To me, it doesn't feel that bad. I know you are saying it's a lot, but compared to what I'm used to in like GitHub Copilot, it feels not too bad. I think Fable doesn't make sense now on Claude Code, to be honest, if one prompt leads to 50% session usage. Yeah. But it's only for the 5 hours one. I mean, you still have the weekly 7-day. On Opus, you would be at like 7%. I see. Yeah, well, like I said earlier, they did say that Fable 5 is more than double expensive than Opus 4.8. And they also say that Mythos is even more expensive. But obviously, it also depends on the prompt. I mean, it could just be my prompt that now uses this much, but like a different prompt could obviously be using a lot less. Because what I gave it here doesn't sound like a lot, perhaps, or doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually quite a lot of stuff that it has to do. I specifically like typed stuff that I thought was difficult and involved a lot of code. So I don't think it is the easiest prompt. If I had to do this with like, let's say Composer 2.5 from Cursor, that would probably be like 50 prompts, or even, yeah, probably like 50 prompts at least. Whereas we are condensing 50 prompts into just one prompt here now. If I had to do this with my normal GPT-5 mini, it would be even more prompts. Like I would guess maybe like 100 prompts. So yeah, I'm trying to combine a lot of prompts into one technically here. But I gotta check the PHP. It doesn't seem like there's been any new changes. I think the more expensive models have chain of thought that really blows up the token usage. They are thinking and looping a lot. Yeah. Okay, we are currently on 22%. What is Genepedia? Okay, so Genepedia is a genealogy and family tree website. The idea is that you'll be able to build a family tree for yourself as well as other people. And then you can also build a Wikipedia style wiki page for that person. And we also have a Gravepedia, which is like a sister website. What is your weekly usage limit at? I guess at 1% or 2%. I'll check quickly. Let me just refresh here. Yeah, so my weekly is currently at 2%. So it's not too bad. Or I don't think it's too bad. But I think this is going to be my last Fable prompt for the night. I think I'll take your advice and not do any Fable prompts. Well, not give the entire task to Fable, at least. Not too bad at all, yeah. I think we might use up the entire 5-hour session just with this. But at least I still have all the weekly ones, so I'm actually okay with it, I think. Ibu, do you have something in mind that you want to try with Fable? Not for me to try. I think this is going to be my last Fable one for tonight, considering the session is almost completed, or going towards being completed. No. So I didn't get the $200 plan. So I wanted to have this for at least 2 months. So I got I think it's $100. That one. So we can still use it next month as well. Well, I don't think we'll have Fable next month because I read on their website that somewhere here. Where was it? Claude Fable. And where did I see it? Right here. No, wait. News? Honestly, not really. I think I will try it out when I get really stuck on debugging. I see. Where was it? Oh, yeah, right here. So in the announcement post at the bottom, they said that we'll only have access to Fable 5 until June 22. So from today through June 22, Fable 5 is included in Pro, Max, Team, and Seed-based enterprise plans. But then it says here, on June 23, we'll remove Fable 5 from those plans. Using it after that will require usage credits. So that's what they said right here. You should turn on some copyright-free music. So I do want to do that. I'm just not sure what songs to play. I couldn't find a song that I liked, to be honest. But I do want to start playing some music. And not just like have it be silent when I'm not speaking. So yeah, I definitely have plans for that. If you have any in mind, you're welcome to tell me. But yeah, I'm definitely keen to play some music at some point. But I gotta check the API here. Okay, no new changes. Damn, they're gonna charge us API token cost for Fable. That means basically Opus is the last cheap model before they IPO. Yep, it sounds like it. Okay, we are currently on 3% weekly. Same kind of pricing Copilot is doing. They will charge us at cost, which will be insanely expensive. Yep. Okay, we are actually almost 40% on a session. That's crazy. Now it's starting to look like we might actually use up the entire session. Okay. We're on 45% for the session. What's it doing exactly now that's using it so quickly? Oh, it's doing more API changes. Hold on. Gotta be ready. It seems like every time it does API changes, the usage goes quickly. And then when it does UI changes, it goes slowly. Almost feels like that's what's happening here. Whoa! You've used 90% of your session limit. What? Okay, we have used 90% just now. Okay then. That could be it as well. We could probably have a look here. Oh, it could be these JetCom files that might make it use a lot, because these files are quite big. I'm wondering if it's maybe these JetCom files that is using. That might be using it so much. Okay, 92%. Shit, are we actually gonna be able to finish this one prompt? We should be close to finish, surely. So I don't see any massive refactoring happening here because I don't see many file changes. Unless it's doing commits that I'm not seeing. It doesn't look like it. So it might just be a case that it's just maybe these getcom files or something. Or how much is actually changing. There's not many changes. Oh, this is a brand new file. Edit. You could interrupt and ask how close is it to finishing the task. How do I interrupt it? Like, do you mean stop it? Bro, there are many live streams going on. Just go YouTube, search deep liquid drum and bass, chill vibes. But how do I know that those are actually like royalty free or copyrighted? It's copyright. I have tried. Oh, it's copyright free. I meant. Okay. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we'll be able to finish this prompt. So if it fails now with this one here, will I be able to say continue in like 4 hours from now? Okay. Okay, well, we have hit the session limit. Okay, that's fine. Then I guess we'll continue tomorrow on that one. Okay, sure. So be it. That's pretty crazy though. I didn't think it would use up the entire usage. So let's try and see what actually changed here. So the API, it made lots of changes. Or maybe I could give it to Opus 4.8 now and tell it to continue. No, I can't. Because, okay. You're gonna have to wait then, I guess. Okay, so from what I can see here, it did not make that many code changes. Besides these jetcom files, which might have been the reason, but the actual coding changes is not that much. So I think it could have been the jetcom files or just like the reasoning, like it thought so much about things. I want to be super clear with Opus, I want to be super clear with Opus, you'd ever come that close, but also I'd set effort to high max is often overkill. I see. I wonder what would have happened if we chose that other option past max. That I forgot the name. What was it called? What was the other name? The ultra code. I wonder what would have happened if we chose ultra code. Like how fast it would have gone through it then. Okay, yeah. Noted. Never use Fable on max. I think we were super close to being finished though. Because I was reading the stuff that it was typing here, and it did feel like we were super close to actually having the entire prompt done. I think maybe like just a few more minutes and it would have actually finished it. Yes, this seems a Fable thing and absolutely insane. I've seen on X people blowing through their entire weekly limit on Fable. Something is off with it. Yeah, well, I mean, it is day one, so there might be issues. I think today all the attention goes to Emu. Sorry, Cloric. I'm watching you right now. You want to set up the copyright-free music? Let me go look at that, since we can't code anywhere now. So you are saying I should Google this? Trying to find it. Where's the message now? I lost the message. There we go. Deep liquid drum and bass, chill vibes. I don't just want to play it. Let me just try and make sure. I'm afraid to play music from these guys because sure they might not hit you with like a strike right now, but what stops them from just like in like a year from now suddenly they decide that they want this to be monetized or whatever, and then they hit my video. That's the one worry I have about this. But there is a good thing. If we go to YouTube Studio, and then from here we go to we go to audio library. So there's a whole audio library right here where all of these music are royalty free. But the thing is, I don't know what to play. I did go through a few of them, but I didn't really find anything that I like really liked. So yeah, I'm just not sure what to actually play. But all of these ones are definitely royalty free, and you can use it without any worry ever. So attribution require. Oh, some of them require attribution. I see. License type. You can use this audio track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. However, you must include attribution information in video description. I see. But then there's some that don't require it as well. So these ones. Okay. I just quickly have to go to the bathroom. I've been holding it out for like an hour now to see what Fable is doing. So I'll be right back. Maybe you can look so long if there's any song here that you think we should try and play. Okay, I am back. Now is your time, Cloric. You are center stage. Pick a damn song. Yes, Cloric, come on. What do we play? So I'll play some of them. Okay, I don't want any with like singing. It should just be sound. No, I definitely don't want any singing.
choose. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, choose whatever you like. I'm not gonna be on the stream forever, you know. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really listen to any music, so I don't know music. Shining. Is it like a filter for just audio? Genre. Don't see anything. Classical. Okay, so there's no singing at least. I don't know if I like it, but there's no singing. Okay, what do you think about songs like this? Possibly. So, just a quick question, Emu. So, in 4 hours from now, can I just go back into Claude Code where it left off, and can I just type continue, and then it will continue where it left off? Or what do you think? Yeah, probably. Okay, well, I think we are done working on Genepedia for tonight, considering that we can't continue on Claude Code, on Claude Code. So we'll probably continue on some other websites that we have. We do still have the public-facing website for the QR code generator that has quite a few issues, as you can see. Yes, you can type continue, and better yet, even if you switch model, it will remember all the context. Yeah, it will continue. Okay, sweet. Then I think tomorrow I'll most likely do it off stream, because there's like the 5-hour limit. So I'll do it as soon as I wake up in the morning. Then I'll say continue, but then we'll check the changes on stream, I think. Okay, I want to try and fix this website now. Let me maybe use cursor for that, possibly. Hallelujah. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Or maybe we end the stream. And then I call it an early night. And then tomorrow morning I'm up early to continue on Claude Code. Maybe that's what I should do. Let me think about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night then. Then, man, this is stupid. The freaking 5-hour session limit. Why is there a 5-hour session limit? Bro, you live in Ghana or Kenya? Why do you ask that? I live close to Kenya. I live pretty far away from Ghana though. Why do you think I live in Ghana or Kenya? You live in South Africa or Saudi Arabia? I forgot. I live in South Africa. Which is close to Kenya, but Ghana is quite far away. Ghana is on the other side of the continent. I know someone who's currently in Ghana. Just once again, Emu, thank you very much for the Claude code. I am very much appreciative. I think we're gonna have super fun with it, especially later this month. So yeah, you live in Uganda. I got it. I wouldn't say Uganda. So yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off stream then, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining the chat, Emu and Chloric. I appreciate you guys. Especially Claudic, because you are here often, and Emu for giving us Claude code. So thank you guys very much. And then tomorrow we'll continue. I'm very excited. I want to continue right now, but I can't. Not Somalia. Somalia. No problem, can't wait to see what you build. Have a great evening. Thank you very much, Emu. I appreciate it. If you do play with Fable, I would love to hear your feedback as well. And hear what you have built. Cool. Bye bye guys.